Welcome to another episode of the MedTech World Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Anthony, and today with me is Jan Hertwig, CEO of Simq. Let's go. Welcome to another session of the MedTech World Podcast. With me today is Jan Hertwig, CEO of Simq. Jan, how are you doing?
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me. Hi, everyone.
Thanks for stopping by. Well, Jan, I have a set of questions for you today just to understand a bit more what Simq is all about and your dynamics. Let's jump right into it, shall we?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Let's go.
Let's go. Good. So, Jan, what inspired you to create a company with the medtech industry, and what was your vision for the company when you first started?
So that's a good question because I was not the founder actually. So I'm happy to become the CEO as I was stumbling in there in my master thesis. So I was always in medtech, and and the background is in engineering and medtech background, and I was stumbling for just a very interesting master thesis about prosthetics. And then I just joined the former, it was called 𝐿𝐴𝐻 Medical. We rebranded to Simq. Now we're Simq. And it just was like on accident, I was going into the position of the CEO. And the founder actually was a guy named 𝐶hristof Müller. So he's now the CEO of our mother company, 𝐶hristof International. And the vision actually, and which I really enjoy, is we want to bring simulation and computational modeling into decision making in the clinical environment. So because we think it's a great technology. Biomechanics is there in research for so many years. It's great research, and we have to transfer it to the industry and get it usable and user friendly for physicians and surgeons to plan patient specific surgeries and make the outcomes better. But that's the vision, and we still live that and push it forward.
Brilliant stuff. Well, what a pleasant coincidence, I would say, doing your master thesis to going to CEO of a company like Simq. Wow. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's brilliant. Well, Jan, what can you tell me about some of the success stories, or let's talk about one of them at least? A success story where you've had successful projects with partnerships, and just tell me a bit more about it. I mean, give me one example of a good success story from Simq.
So actually, what I really like the most is a success story with our customer 𝐂𝐨𝐬𝐧. So they actually stick a long time with us. So really in the humble beginnings of Simq and 𝐶hristof Medical, they saw the potential of this computer methods and physical modeling methods used for clinician and for treatment planning. And we really built a great partnership with them, and they have a software which is called Simq RPE, and it is basically a software to plan surgeries, and it's really helpful for a lot of different reasons. So first of all, for the patients, they get a much better outcome. So the patients suffering basically from a too narrow jaw, and they have to widen it. And basically what is usual with these surgeries is that the outcome is very insufficient. So it's not really planned. So first of all, they want to just widen the upper jaw, and they do a surgery and put in a so-called distractor device. So basically it's a screw which pushes the jaw parts apart. And it's basically just to widen the jaw. And the problem is that they're really very asymmetric and even very much dependent on the surgeon's knowledge. And it's really a luck. And in over 35% of the cases, they have an asymmetry of more than 3.5 millimeters, which is a lot in the upper jaw when it comes to biting. And it's like a prolonged treatment or another surgery. And with our tool, we really made it happen, and also collected now the clinical evidence that we can provide with computational modeling planning that the outcome is below 1 millimeter of asymmetry, and you really have a planned outcome. So you know where the teeth are going before doing the surgery and how to perform the cuts. And that's really cool for the patient. So really helping a patient with computational modeling and physics, and that's really awesome. And also, the cool thing is for us, it's a great advantage to, or a great step to really got the product into the market. And also, it is cool for our customer 𝐂𝐿𝐴 because they now don't sell only the distractor device, so the hardware device. What they now can sell is a hybrid product. So they sell the device plus a digital planning service on top of it, and also a surgical guide. So they really have added value to their distractor hardware device. And that's really cool in doing this through digitalization. So personalizing it and making it more valuable for all of stakeholders.
I asked for a success story, and that's exactly what I got. Brilliant.
Thank you.
That's really good. That's really good. Jan, how has your company adapted to the changing technology landscape in the medtech industry? And what new technologies are you excited about integrating into your products and services?
So actually, we are always really on the cutting edge technologies and software development, and we are working on also machine learning and AI algorithms, which everybody is doing actually. So, but we are also really, so we are proving our product, which has machine learning segmentation in it, but which is really basic. What we're really excited about is that we are now able to collect really big amounts of data and clinical data and patient data, and also with our products, and we can push it further. So we can really combine physics-based modeling with artificial intelligence and machine learning for decision making in the future. And that's what I'm really looking forward, because that's very, very helpful to the industry. And all that ChatGPT buzz really brings just more grip on all the regulations and all, just to get it forward and to make it happen and to bring it to the industry. So I think that's very positive in my opinion.
Thank you. Jan, how do you see the role of your company in shaping the future of the medtech industry, and what impact do you hope to make?
Actually, the honest impact that we want to make is make really treatments personalized for each patient. So trying to get away from the trial and error and also like very conservative treatments, and want to make it really personalized for each patient in the best way they can and in the best way the physicians can, and supporting them with valuable information to make diagnosis and treatments more precise and just better. So that's what we want to do.
Brilliant. How does your company balance the need to innovate and task risks with the need to maintain safety reliability for patients and healthcare providers?
So that's a good question. Basically, what we're really doing a lot is we have a lot of research. So we're doing a lot of grants and research company cooperations with universities and healthcare providers, and we really do a lot of long research on new technologies. So, and we always try or collect verification, validation, and clinical evidence data through these research projects. And then if we really think we can handle this technology and we can bring a benefit, we slowly start to bring it to the market. So also for us as a quite small company, we are active since 2016, which seems a bit long and slow, but we really use an organic growth and do it slowly and really get the evidence before going to the market and to the patients and trying to get that in there. And also, so research is a lot of data collection, cadaveric studies, and so on, clinical data we collect. So that's what we do, and to make it safe for everyone.
What kind of impact do you see your company having on the healthcare industry as a whole? And how do you ensure that the products and services are socially responsible and beneficial to the patients?
Actually, we try that and test that in research projects to make it safe and really beneficial and not just some new cool feature. So it it should really help the patients. That's important, and the physicians. Um, and the impact is, I think, the biggest impact is what we can do is we can bring those technologies from research to industry. So really deciding before going to surgery on based on patient data, what will be the outcome and or a guidance, and that's very valuable, and not like with empirical data. So I think AI and machine learning methods are great, but and it's always an empirical approach. So you collect 500,000 patient cases and you guess what happens to the next one, instead of using the patient data of the patient, really make a decision upon their patient anatomy and so on. So that's what we aim for, and why we think we really make a big impact on this industry.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jan. I have one last question for you, and this is between you and everyone watching us right now. What is your advice, Jan, for the aspiring entrepreneurs looking to start a medtech company?
Bring patience, bring strong nerves, and first of all, do research projects and apply for grants. And so because it's very helpful, and take care of collecting your evidence in the research projects when developing those technologies, because that's actually what we also did as a mistake a long time. We developed new technologies, but we didn't systematically collected the clinical evidence in those research projects. And we learned doing that because you can use it for product approval. So do research grants and collect as much as you can and as much data as you can. So that's my advice.
Powerful words, Jan. Thank you so much for stopping by and for giving us this very vital information on Simq. To all the viewers at home, I would urge you to subscribe to our channel for more podcasts on the medtech world, such as this. Mr. Jan Hertwig, thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll be definitely keeping in touch. I will be seeing you at the Malta Expo this November in Malta. It's a brilliant expo for all the beautiful minds of the medtech industry.
Thank you very much. Really looking forward to it, and it was a pleasure. Thank you.